So it's Thursday, 10 February, and I had a very good dream. Um, and I wanted to explain how it works, but I don't know. But so this will be another confusing introduction. Should I start with a dream or with narcissism? Maybe I start with dream because I'm a bit lost. So I dreamt of a pond with, and now I forgot the name. When the frog is still little, when it's like a fish. And this is because I'm so tired. Also my motorism, I've checked that also, that word. So I keep dropping things. Yesterday I dropped a glass. I don't have many glasses, and now I dropped the glass. And now I can't remember names or words. It will come to me, but it should come now. Now I want to talk about it. Anyway, in this dream, let's call them for now little fish in development to becoming frogs. And then suddenly I was at there was this just little puddle. But then I looked more closely, and there were little, I forgot the name, kikkervishes. Should I look it up? Just a second. Because I know this word. Of course, I know this word. It's tadpole. Okay, so I saw in this little puddle, like 2 or 3, maybe more, but I think it were 2 or 3 tadpoles. And I woke up, and I thought, oh, that's very risky because it was just a small puddle. And then I think, no, this is like a really positive dream, because maybe the puddle was small. And there were a few, not because of that, but if all is going well, the tadpole becomes a frog, and so it's maybe like new beginnings. I really like that. And then yesterday, after 4 years and 8 months, so almost 5 years, I started to jogging again, and I actually slept better. Not great, but better. I only woke up one time in the night, and of course in the morning I woke up again because of the noise pollution. But so my drawing for today, and I cannot explain right now the part about narcissism, but I'm thinking about this painting by Caravaggio, where narcissism is looking in the reflection of the pond, and because he's so in love with his own image, and I cannot connect it right now yet with my family. But I was wondering if a person who has autism can still be a narcissist. And there's another part, because now it's getting really layered or big, but I got a remark on my YouTube video from last Thursday, or was it Tuesday, that I shouldn't, no, art is not something personal, and I so disagree. But also I was thinking about, wow, you're lacking so much emotions when you write something like that. So I'm not a victim, but I was, I don't want to repeat it now. But so also like in crime programs, they always kind of like disguise the criminal, but the victim is plain in vision. And so apparently, as a female artist, I can show myself naked and do all sorts of things to express myself. But if I become private, personal, then I am not allowed to do that. I totally disagree. And so I'm, again, not stopping because of that remark. Keep on going. And probably this will give me another remark. But I actually also deleted the remark. That's also my first time. That I think, no, there's actually, because this person also said like, there's more sides to every story. Of course, there are more sides to a story. But this is my side. And I think this side should also be heard. And I think I will repeat it again. I guess it will be helpful for other people in the same situation. And so my focus is thinking back of the first video, make it bigger, this tip from the guest teacher. So I'm not allowed to talk about toxic families, then exactly that is what I'm going to talk about, toxic families. And no hiding. Yes, this is my side. Of course the story has many more sides, but I think if it comes so far that things escalate so far that your father, who was like your hero, the one you looked up to, beats and kicks you, then I know, I forgot what I wanted to say. Too long again. So, but my drawing for today is going to be narcissism. How is he called? The narcissist? Narcissist? Was that his name? Narcissism? Anyway, he's looking into the water, but I will combine it with my dream. So he's not looking at himself, but at the future, maybe. So I'm going to draw some tadpoles, and maybe they will not look like tadpoles, maybe they'll look like sperm, something like this. Yeah, so now I will turn the camera again. Oh, I'm sorry, it was still on. Oh, that's too bad. You want to look at the tadpole, the translation. Okay, so you see I'm so like not really sharp. But yeah, anyway, it's about the drawing. So I'm going to do the whole camera hassle thing again. As I said last time, I will repeat it every week. I'm going to improve something about the technicalities of the live stream videos, about where I will make 100 drawings, confession drawings, and next week will be great. I think I will work on the audio because I'm researching about microphones, and I will have a lavalier microphone. So then the audio will be good. I think that's like 80%, or maybe not 80%, but or maybe a very important part. Because while I'm drawing, it's maybe a little difficult to hear me, and then that will be good. Okay, enjoy the process. This is always so, but you know, it's going to be good. Thanks. So this camera, this one, is for this. Oh, but that's background. So it's good that I see that. comes out. So then you can see all the drawing stuff. I don't know why today it's so bright. Because this silly mess. Why is this so weird here? Okay. Is it correct? Let me check. Because I also once had... No, it's correct. Once it was mirrored, the image was mirrored. Not necessarily like this, but it is what it is. And like the tadpole, things will improve and get better. They will. Okay, you need hard as always. So, I would need a good manicure. How does that for me? Then we can check this here. Let me check what is happening. Just because I'm curious what is tadpole in Spanish. Renacuya. Renacuya. Okay. Why doesn't it? Oh, several minutes. Just close it. Don't need to see it. So maybe it's not working actually. Because there's nobody there. Okay, but I will continue with the video. Because, like, I noticed in YouTube, you cannot edit the video, but you can sort of still cut things out, so I can just cut this out. And now I forgot what I wanted to do. Oh, I'm so distracted. Okay, but so you can see this, right? Let's make it bigger. So, yeah, I think I want to do this one, Narcissus. And can also become, I talked about this. I'm not looking necessarily to make a perfect looking. This time I could also do, instead of the horizontal, I could make it, so instead of landscape, I could make it portrait. No, I keep it horizontal, because then you can like really have the pond. So at this moment I can see, you see, it's here, and I don't think that's correct. Is it? Well, I need to change that too. Okay, there we go. change the angle to the iPhone. Yeah. I was saying it's a bit far high up, so it is big. Maybe that's okay. I have to check the image again. Yeah. Okay. So, and then here are the apples. So, how a tadpole looks. I want to check how a tadpole looks and how sperm looks. Tadpole and images. Yeah, that's what I saw. They're so cute. It also connects with childhood. I don't know if you also did that in childhood, but you kind of looked for them. Those are like maybe nice memories, like in the shallow water, on the surface, or on the bank, these cute little tadpoles. And how the sperm look like. And then ovary, which is that for? Images. Look, that looks quite similar, don't you think? But they're more curly. And look at this one. So I'm just going to yeah. Draw tadpoles. I like that. I think it's good. Oh, it's good. Everyone from the side. Is that bigger than? Yeah, let's make that one bigger. So actually, that's good. Narcissism, or his name, is afraid of the tadpole. Because they're going to be really big. That's good. What's the I'm going to ask? Anything quick? This should be quicker too, right? I think that's the solution. There's a solution for that too. Anyway, I want to look. What is the name of Narcissism? The man. Let's see. What his name is. Looking. Narcissus. How do you pronounce that? Narcissus. I can hear it because the earphones are not plugged in because I need them for the microphone. Narcissus. also here, so I don't forget how to write it. Narcissus. Narcissus. Okay, Narcissus. Mythology. We can close it. Okay. Now I have to go back to OBS, the Open Source Broadcast System. I guess it's OBS. And to go to iPhone. Yeah. Why is the sound again? Okay, leave it. So tadpoles. Am I going to make 2, or will I make another one? Because I'm not sure in my dream whether 2 or 3 or more. Maybe I just leave the 2. It's good. Actually, it's I like it already how it is. Oh, and I forgot to switch on this camera today. It's so... I have 2 other cameras just to make sure. In case something would happen with with the live stream, I still have recordings. But so far so good. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, shall I start with Narcissus, or shall I start with the tadpoles? They have to be really powerful tadpoles. Yes, will they be black or red or green? And Narcissus, Narcissus, the name Narcissus, the person. If I think of my brother, they are actually really sad people. No, but I don't mean like, oh yeah, they're sad. No, they are really, really sad. Their life is a mess. It's not that it's easy to have pity for Narcissus. And a plural, Narcissus. I'm joking, but so they do. Yeah, stop. I'm going to start at the black head. And have a look once more at a real life. Real life? Do you say that? Yeah, they're so cute. And there are so many. And I guess they have to be many because they are also prey, yeah? Not a lot of them will survive. So that was a bit risky about my dream with the shallow, only 2 or 3. But it was just a puddle, and the water was very transparent. So black, or will I use my old with my other pencils? I like the very thick pencils, as you know. In this case, or I can use the more fatty for the tadpoles, and then Narcissus. Yes, Narcissus. Narcissus. Well, although he's very prominent, he will be a little bit vague or in the background. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start with the tadpole. And then the day after I had this dream, I went jogging again. And I mean, really, like for the first time in almost 5 years. And whatever situation you are in, I can so recommend it. I mean, they use it for therapy for people who are depressed, so it's not just good for your physical health, but your psychological health too. I broke the pencil. The point. Hey. It's more like a dot circle, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have to use a pen again. Yeah. Maybe you can also have a little bit of like the difference with the tadpole is that the I mean, I don't want to say anything at the same time. The difference with the tadpole and the sperm is that the tadpole has gills, I think, which will become like his legs later, or paws in a frog. No, I'm laughing because I don't know if frog legs, it's legs, right? And yeah, so I think I'm going to make give the tadpoles some sort of thing on the side. Gills like feet thingies. Where are they? I think around, or maybe only this one. No, just something like this is enough. Yeah, a bit vague. You know, and the tadpoles are doing their own thing. It's not like the deer, the drawing I made Tuesday, 2 days ago, who looks at the viewer. You know, I think it's still so interesting, that picture. And I don't know if you saw my sweater today. I should have worn that Tuesday when I made the drawing Hitler and Bambi. Switch the camera. Hold it a little bit. So. Yeah. So I guess it's enough for now. Maybe more will come. But now I will have a look at Narcissus. So Narcissus. how are we going to look Narcissus? Yeah, as I said, a bit, yeah, like in the distance, like a Fata Morgana, but still it's connected. But let's start with some grey pencils, and maybe also in a very weird way, a little bit pink, soft, because they didn't really grow up. I think that's also the thing with narcissism. They didn't really grow up. They couldn't handle their emotions. And they're really, you can pity them, although they made many lives living hell or worse. But they only see the flaws and the failures of others. And others are the ones that make their lives so miserable. They don't acknowledge their own role in that. It's always the fault of other people. So I'm just going to start with grey. I could have made it pink. Yeah, I could have. Yeah, like grey. I made it grey. Yeah, no, it's okay. It's very soft. I'm not sure if I like it, but it fits with the idea, like what I said about the Fata Morgana, or disappearing, or maybe not disappearing, but not so present anymore. It's also like different worlds. Narcissism is on land, and the tadpoles, at least at this stage, are still in the water. I think I will also make the face grey, because again, they're not happy people. You might think that, because they have like their car and their home and all the people giving them attention, but it's very tiresome also, because they always have to wear their mask, or something like that. So grey face is not like a healthy face. For example, when I go jogging, my face becomes very red, very ugly. But I think that's a healthy face. I could have made a drawing of a red face. Maybe I can still do that. Maybe this is already enough, I'm sure. Let's take this one and make it a sharper. Now you can see the difference between quality pencils and regular pencils. And as I said last time, the brand doesn't always mean that they are better pencils, in my opinion. It's more or less the same. It's a little bit more rougher, this pencil, which is actually more what I like. And yeah, shall I make indeed like pink hair, maybe? So then it's also, maybe that's good, because you know why? Because then this person could be a woman, could be a man. You don't know who is a narcissist. Although I don't really like the pink. No, I want it more like a softer. Let's see, maybe if I take a red and then no, it's too purplish. I want more like really pinky, like soft. Maybe this one. And this paper is more white than the paper below, so I think this is quite soft. Yeah, so here we go. Yesterday I was walking, and I went to the pickup where you can pick up stuff from Amazon, the pickup lockers. And so I went to a new neighborhood, because you don't see it, but in the background also things happen. So here's also an iPad, which is this extra camera, and I couldn't connect it to the power, and sometimes my drawings are like 1 hour, and so I needed a longer cable to put it in the power. So anyway, long story, but I ordered a USB cable, but then an extra long, 3 meters, so I can connect it under the desk, so that has power and will not shut off when my battery is low or anything. But so far I charged the batteries beforehand, but it could happen one day, maybe I don't have so much time, or I forgot. And this way it's more safer, more secure. Anyway, I was saying that I saw an older lady with pink hair, so maybe it's in my subconscious that I'm now also drawing pink hair. Yeah, maybe there's another like different worlds, because I think in the mythology, Greek mythology, Narcissus, oh gosh, Narcissus is a young man, and what was it that I wanted to say? Anyway, this older lady, they sometimes do that. Then their hair becomes like purple or blue. So it's kind of good that this maybe young man, because it could also be a woman or something in between, or has purple hair. So maybe there's also a connection with youth and also a later development in life. And this already it. Also the contrast is really big. I don't know if you can see that really well on this camera, so I'm going to take the smaller camera and show you more up close, if you can see that. Hey, no, it doesn't work. I wanted to show you. Oh, Siri, no? Don't want Siri. Will it work? Okay, here we are. So you see the tadpole is like chalky, roughy, and then Narcissus is moving around. He's like more softy. He's definitely not a softy, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna switch. Wanted to show you a bit and make it more stupid. That's still the technique that will come better. At least that is what I will strive for. Okay. So, and what now? So we have the different worlds. I really want to leave it like this, or I make like really fine lines. Then it's more even about disappearing. Or I'm going to make like here a little bit of bluish, bluish atmosphere-ish. Because the water was very transparent in my dream. That was blue, but then it stays clean. Or I can make it green, but then it will come like could be. Actually, could be. Why not? Yeah, I could do that. No, I don't want to do that. We have another option. Oh what happens if I would make it yellow? No. Stay with blue and maybe green. Or it's different than the drawing I usually do. I don't like it when it's so like I don't want it to be too realistic or like aesthetic or something. Although it's not bad, but so it's a bit clashing now. I don't know if that's bad or anything, but and I just start what to do and figure it out along the way. Yeah, it's not correct. Well, it is, because he has his hands more or less and water have. It's almost, yeah, it's good, because now Narcissus is not looking at himself, but at the tadpoles, and but there is no chance anymore for Narcissus. But if he would completely break himself, then you know. But there, if that would be an option, then of course he wouldn't be like that. So it's just an incapability. He cannot be anything for anybody else then. And that's the shame. Also, that's the pity part, you know, that when they okay, this is so soft. I'm not sure. Maybe I should do something else here. I mean, I don't have to make a drawing with a drain, huh? I think I want to make it like really. Yeah. I have to redo that. Yeah. That maybe the tadpoles are protected. Because that's the other thing. If you show your weak side, people think, not all people, but people often mistake that for you being weak. And then they think that they can tell you what you have to do. Like this is now drawing 8, right? And already 2 people want me to quit. So then maybe I had a really nice chat with the daughter of my godmother. I don't know if I told this already. And she said something like, art is powerful. Didn't feel like that, but you know, people like, yeah, of course art is powerful. Look at what happened with the Charlie Hebdo situation. That's tense. Not sure yet about this, where this is going to. It's extremely clashing. Ooh, I'm doubting, because the red is, it's a powerful color, it's the color of love, but it's also like blood. Okay, I can make it a bit more roundish. It becomes less aggressive. Yeah, that's okay. Make it more round. I'm really careful not to touch the borders, because the last drawing I had these smudges, and I think that was was not that bad, but it was a little bitty. I like to keep it clean. I said this kind of casual, no, that I deleted this message, but I actually cried over it, because I had to be silent always. I remember growing up, and I used to be a very extrovert, cheery, happy child, so I was singing and performing like plays and all these kinds of imaginary things. I remember this also when I was sitting at the toilet. I was sort of singing stories which I made up, but I always had to be silent. When my brother is there, I had to be silent, even if I wasn't allowed to brush my teeth at the bathroom, because that would make sounds. And so in the end, I didn't dare to sing anymore, so I became very shy with singing. And when I was living in Berlin, I lived there 7 years, I think, I went to a sort of choir, not because I want to become a good singer or anything, but just to try at least to get rid of this. So this, is it shame? No, it's like when you're so aware of yourself, it's stifling. Yeah, at least I don't want to be aware of myself, because then I don't dare to sing when other people are around me in the car, when people are singing. I didn't dare to sing. I don't have it with dancing or other things, but I had it with singing, like my voice. And I'm not insulting anybody's religion, or it's my story, And maybe during these 100 live stream drawings, confession drawings, more will come up, emerge. It's not like I tell everything in the first, like confession drawings. They don't know what this is not just one fight, This is like a ongoing family. It was ongoing family battle. I left home around when I was 16 to live on my own, because at home, because of my brother, it became too dangerous. Yeah, you don't leave. Yeah, I mean, and then I think it's allowed when you call your family toxic. I find it actually, I was like, oh, can I delete this? But when I think about it with a more clear brain, again, the why this protection for the people who do bad things? From all the other things I said, why is the part that I call my family toxic? Why is that so offensive? And somehow it also reminds me of goldfish, like this lucky Chinese goldfish, or carpers. They are like the. Let me check carpers in English. Carp, is it right? Let's check. Yes, carp. They are like the Chinese dragons. I think it comes from the carp. Yeah, but don't believe me. Check it to make sure if that's true. But somehow it makes me think of them. So it's could use some luck. That would be nice. Some luck and some support. Actually, it's nice also that they're together. Because you don't tell anybody what I have been doing my whole life up until now. You also don't get support. You do everything yourself. You're your own therapist. Because that's what happens, at least that's in my experience. When I did tell somebody, they will use it against you. It's your weak spot. But that's only with people who are maybe also not people that you need to have around you. So that's the other thing. I was reading this book about how to survive your family by this British actor. I think I talked about this before, maybe in another context. And the bad thing is that although your family is toxic, it's kind of like familiar. So you pick up other people like that are sort of similar, and with them you feel like you understand each other, and that's like really bad. And I did that. I had a few very bad relationships. I'm not going to talk about that. So you have to go. I don't. But if you would want to have a relationship, you have to go sort of against your own nature. Or maybe not your nature, but your nurture. I'm not ready yet for that. I've been single for a very long time. Although it would be nice to have somebody who cares and supports close to you. But I have a few very good friends. I do have it. Thank you for that. So why is this one, although it's bigger, still looks a bit more like a fish than that one? Maybe because his head is not fat enough or round enough. You can still make it a little bit rounder. Not too much. Better. Okay. So what to do with this, because this is really very different. I'm really not sure. Yeah, and before I thought this was too high, and now I think it's too close. Let's see what is the middle of the paper. This is really the middle. Okay. Or should I leave it like this? No, because I'm not, it's not at all. Maybe I have to make more. I don't know what to do. That's new. Maybe I want to make the background. Oh, that will take a long time. I will switch camera so you can see that a bit closer. Maybe that's nice. Oh, it's backwards. Can you see? Or do I have... maybe that would really work. I have green and this confetti. So then this sort of like... So do you have a narcissist person in your life? Could be your boss. Run, I would say. Go find yourself a new job. Before you know it, you are sucked in. Oh yeah, now this is better. Yes, this is it. Oh, I like it. Good. I need to do this. This is not so good. But that's because I started with the pencil. The pencil again. Try to make it horizontal. I don't know why, but I feel that I need to do that. More or less. Or not. This was actually better. Let's see. Whirl and rolling. good. Disappearing. Narcissus is disappearing in the background. Oh, the background. Nature. Yeah. I like to see the stripes, huh? I wanted to have horizontal, and I have it horizontal, and then I don't like it. So what is that about? Still it's good. So, maybe I understand it later, why I wanted to have it horizontal. Maybe it's more, I don't know. There's a nice striking border with the paper. Maybe it's not nice, because then it has a border. But for doing it, it's I'm so looking forward to using the new microphone, because also for you, of course, but also for myself, because I try to transcribe the videos also, and if I transcribe it, then YouTube has this automatic function to translate it. So I have a translation usually so yeah, I have the English subtitles, but also the Dutch subtitles, German subtitles, Spanish subtitles, and Chinese subtitles. And so if I make I'm not sure, but I think when the sound is really good, then YouTube transcribes also the English version automatically. So then it's not perfect. You still have to check it, and all the eyes are not like they're like small written, not with caps. And that's such a difference time-wise, because it takes a lot of time to do the transcribings. It's probably because I'm a workaholic. There's always something I need to do or want to do. feels like it's never enough. There's always something I can add or improve. Oh, no. But it's true, it's live stream now, there's a lot I can still improve. That's what makes it also then, I hope, I think, at one point, even more enjoyable to watch. And if you can hardly hear what I'm saying, then that's not really enjoyable. Unless you don't want to hear me, but then you don't, if you see the, then you don't need to watch the live stream. Live stream. Ah, did you hear that? Live scream. The live stream. Ah! You know what I have to do, eh? This is too soft. I need to make it hard. Oh. Okay, let's start with this side. Maybe that's, I like it. Maybe it's good for my aggression. Get rid of the aggression in a hopefully positive way. So any idea yet why it had to be horizontal? No! Look what I do! Ah! Damn it. Maybe we can use that somehow. Why do I do this now? I don't know. But I need a special thing for this. When something goes wrong, I made this. Be right back. So I'm going to put this in the trash. I'm back again. Ooh, a little bit difficult drawing this time, I have to say, because of the background. Let's make it a bit worse. Yeah, let's make it a bit worse. No, actually, is that hair? What's it hair? Maybe that needs to be pink. I want these smaller planes, you know? Like to see the drawing up close. Also needs to be, that will eat up my pencils. Show it from the top. 1 second. It's also not even, eh? this side, like that. Oh no, this. No, it's not. Okay, continue. Continue. This is a whole lot easier with painting. Then you can also make planes really smooth. But I wanted to have it horizontal, so I still don't know why. Maybe the answer will still come. Because usually my subconscious knows things sooner than I know. I'm holding the paper so it doesn't. Ready. This time. Finish already. Fertig. Knummer. Already. Klaar. En Dutch for ready. Let's not idiot. I'm going way over the hour. Am I not? What time is it now? Why don't I see that? Well, my clock says it's 15 minutes after 3. Let's check the paper. The back side of the paper. No, everything's fine with the paper. So I still have to do this side. Oh. Okay. actually playing or not? Yep. Oh. Now I have to use a pencil sharpener again. I'm going to check the computer. I see something's wrong. It says 14 minutes ago I started streaming. That can be right. Actually, I am going to leave Narcissus blank because they steal the lives of others. They pick up things that are nice or things that they can manipulate you with from other people. Well, it's not from their own, from themselves. They just saw it that it works, or they saw it with other people and then they copy it, something like that. So in themselves, maybe they're like kind of empty shells. I don't know. Nevertheless, it would be nice if I would make it black. What happens here? I don't know. It just has to stay like this. I'm gonna make it with it, although it's there, that it's not visible. I can try. I'll change the camera angle. I don't like this color with the big fat ones. I could use green, but I don't want that. I'm going to try to use green. No, definitely not. What type of use? work if I make it like this. Really sure. So not now. Sharpen this black one. It's not really black, it's bark. What you hardly see the difference. Anyway, this is green too, so. And so what I want to go do, I wanted to make the, really? I'm not sure. Not sure, but nevertheless, I'm going to do it. Yeah, because he turns his back to nature too, huh? Oh no, the pencil broke. Point and continue. To do at this point, yeah, I'll just stick it away. Oh, it sticks. Okay. You know, when you were a child and one of your tooths were loose, that's happening now with the point. You see? It's like a wiggling tooth. And then you wanted to you kept on wiggling it. Do you remember? Until it was out. Yeah. Somebody's cooking, and there the tooth goes. Throwing it, eating up my pencils. I don't traumatize it. Why did it break anyway? Shouldn't break. But it's good that I do this. That's good. Like realistic looking pencil movements. Careful. So that's good. This one I'm going to make blue. Then I also have this thing which I wasn't sure about, the blue card. Only the question is here or there. Fate decides for me. Okay. That's a strange sort of appendix. What's wrong with you today? Gosh. This accent here. Oh, what's that? image is done. Or I can make it black. White. I don't know which it goes. Yeah, that's okay. Not great, but okay. So attention goes there. Something is still missing though. Because Narcissus always gets attention. Always, everybody, doesn't matter who, all the attention always goes to Narcissus. But now it goes to the tadpoles. So what I'm going to do here, does it need to be anything, or can it just be yellow? Round, squares, triangles, arrows, what? I don't know. Other fish, tadpole eggs. Kikkerdrill, another word I don't know for sure in English. Kikkerdrill. Spawn, oh really, spawn. Aparecer. Bien. Spawn. Spawn. Sperm. Or maybe it's, well, they're a bit too young. So we could say the future is creating new future. That it's their offspring, but they are still tadpoles themselves. So enough or more? Blue and this blue. Where are you? Blue, yeah. Just a little bit. Because the Narcissus is always looking. Mr. Narcissus. And then again, attention goes to there. And I want the attention here. Then we need more yellow. Why not? This is the other pencil. Maybe I was not. Maybe I see that. Okay. All right. Okay. Check if this is yeah. Write my name. Engelen. And the day of today is 10 February. This is ridiculous. I don't even know now if February is with an I or a Y. What's happening? Well, I mean, really. I know it's with I, so why do I need to check this? 1, 2, and I'm going to put it here because I'm going number 8. Carefully. Okay. Oh yeah, and the name, I didn't tell you the name. The name is going to be Dream, I forgot the name. Because I was thinking of a day brain, and I was thinking of a green brain. And this is from the green brain. Green brain, and then of course Narcissus. So that's the title. Okay. So now you know. Thank you for watching. Bye.